Okay, so today marks 10 years since the PlayStation 4 came out in North America. And let me tell you my honest opinion about Sony as a company and what they did during these past 10 years. Because, first of all, this stream is about Sony. It's not about any of the hundreds of millions who bought the PS4 or the or anyone who's playing on a PS5 or any PlayStation, whether retro or modern. But we gotta address something that is not very. It's the honest truth about about a about the PS4. So 10 years ago, as you can see here, the PS4 came out in North America exactly 10 years to the day. It came out later in November 2013 in PAL regions like Europe and Australia. However, it did not see a release in Japan until February 2014, which is a month I'd rather not talk about. Oh, right. I only have one PS4 because, to be honest, there's not much, incentive to buy a PlayStation 4 in 2023 when the PS5 can play almost every PS4 game known to existence. So, however, there have been people who bought used or junk PS4s and turned them into working portable PS4s, which I'll mention later in the stream. So for now, we will have to uh start with the staggered release. Unfortunately, Sony at that point in time, Sony was turning their eyes away from the Japanese market, which was what traditionally held the PlayStation brand together outside of the Western markets. And I looking back at it, I feel like it was kind of a dangerous trend because even with the PlayStation 5 coming out both in the West and Japan simultaneously 3 years ago, I still feel like that it the way Sony is currently treating their market in Japan, I do not approve of it. So, without further ado, now before I turn on the console itself, I have to mention that this is going to be the first stream I do that will have surround sound capabilities and the traditional stereo that you're hearing right now. So, I'll turn on the PS4. People say it's gonna be nostalgic, but I personally don't find it nostalgic. I find the PS3 startup to be more nostalgic. And yes, I'm using a AverMedia USB video camera capture card. Now I did change my real name display name on my PS4 because there's unfortunately no way to hide it on the PS4. What the PS4 has that the PS5 doesn't is a Sony Philips digital interface output, which I'm currently copying the Sony Philips digital interface input to my computer. So, we'll cover 3 games today, but first we're going to look at the interface. So we have PS5 Remote Play, which is an app that was added after the PS5 launched 3 years ago. This is a new Modern Warfare 3 bundle, Modern Warfare 3 Reboot bundle that you can buy by scanning the code on the screen. It's a Black Friday bundle. And this is the PS5 Slim. Now, I'll also cover the PS5 Slim on this stream, especially when it comes to the disk drive and how you need an internet connection to pair the disk drive, which is not good, honestly. So then we go to Gran Turismo 7, which is the first game we're going to cover. The second game we're going to cover is this game, Densha to Go Hashiro Yamanote-sen, or the game that train simulation game I covered 3 years ago on my channel that has PSVR support. And the third game I'm going to cover is probably Puyo Puyo Tetris 2. Now, without further ado, let's just look at Gran Turismo 7 first. I've been playing this game a lot, and it's a shame that the PlayStation 4 was not backwards compatible with PS2 or PS1 games because of the lack of a CD drive, and also the fact that some PS2 games were on CDs. So, and there's also like some internal research that was done that on a PlayStation 4, um, I'll just breeze through here because there's a ton of copyrighted music in this game. And the internal research said that you had to have trophies for every game on the PlayStation 4, which, hold on, I almost got copyrighted over that. So, we're going to go to the world map. Gran Turismo 7 just had a big update the other day, and I'm just going to go to the used car market in Gran Turismo 7. So it's unfortunate that we can't even like, oh wow, that Subaru looks nice, but that we can't even like play our existing games that from the disc. Now, unfortunately, the car selection refreshed, and that Toyota over here is out of stock. So we could go sell for a Honda, which costs 54,000 credits. I know this game is notorious for its microtransactions, but this is about the PS4, not the not the games that came out for it. So we're just going to go to World Circuits, and now there was another big development that happened in 2016, in spring 2016. Sony Interactive Entertainment moved their headquarters from Tokyo in Japan to San Mateo in California. Now, from a business perspective, that's actually pretty smart, but from a Japanese consumer's perspective, it really it really is the start of something dangerous. So we're just going to go into the high speed ring track day with our 98 Honda Civic. Actually, yeah, I might use the Honda Civic, but I have to race another Honda Civic. So, yeah. Unfortunately, California is not really known to be pro-consumer. That's for another time. But we also got to talk about... Oh, this is race 1. And we have 2 races, and the first lap is 1 race. Now, the PS4 also supports external storage, but that was not added until a later update. I forgot to mention that. But in E3 2018, Sony did something very horrible to anyone who owned both a PS4 and a Switch, a PS4 or an Xbox One, and an Xbox One. etc. Because when Nintendo and Microsoft announced that Switch players and Xbox players can play games like Rocket League, Fortnite, and Minecraft with each other, Sony decided to lock all Epic Games accounts that was signed into PlayStation Network to PlayStation only. This includes my Epic Games account, and that's why I have two Epic Games accounts instead of one. It was just a really bad move, honestly. So this is a rolling start, and we need to end up in the top three. So we're just going to start racing. Hold on. Let's see, race BGM has to be set to 0. And okay, we're going to continue without music because quite frankly, a lot of the music in this game is copyrighted. So now some of these days I might play the game on my PS5, but I gotta check the audio on my video captured my mic audio because this game can get loud. Maybe I'm too loud. Let's see. Now I have to make sure I get in the top 3. So I'm using a Honda Civic. Uh-oh. So Frog are from Brazil. Okay, let's. I tried doing a drift like in Initial D or MF Ghost, but it really isn't. This reminds me of the high-speed ring from like Gran Turismo 4, actually, which was the first PS2 game to have HD first PlayStation game or the first Gran Turismo game to have HD graphics. Now I need to finish it first because if I don't, then I don't get gold trophy. But there's also another scandal in late 2018 where Sony apparently thought it was a good idea to start censoring games from smaller Japanese developers and smaller indie developers in general because they set up their own content guidelines independent of the ESRB, while the bigger publishers and Sony themselves allowed some content that you will not see from any Japanese game on the PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5. And that would be full nudity. Or H scenes or something. Because I'm 8 seconds ahead of the competition, but I better not crash. I think I took this curve a little bit too quickly. And yes, like in my Double Dash stream, I set the speedometer to kilometers per hour. Oh, I'm gonna crash. Oops. I'm losing time, so I gotta continue. Maybe I might not qualify. I don't know. Because of Sony's double standard policies on content restrictions, I felt like Nintendo had actually not caved in as much as Sony did. And this is especially important because what was the initial D-drift there? And let's see, did I qualify or did I lose? Because I bumped into the got first. That's only one of 2 races. Yeah, and if you want to see proof about the, is it this one? You can see a old screenshot about Neko Power Volume 1, which, well, let's just see my stats first. By country mile. So yeah, I was 16 seconds in front of second place thanks to my Honda Civic and my okayish driving skills. Now, I got 7,000 credits as prize money, but that's only round 1. Next, you have to do round 2. I got 10,000 credits to spend on cars or something. This is just a preview, but we're going to see exactly what happened. This is a visual novel that was released for both Nintendo Switch and PS4 in the West. However, you notice on the Nintendo listing, there was an M rating from the very start, while in the PlayStation listing, there was only an E rated at the beginning because of the extensive censorship that Sony did. Now, unfortunately, this also applies to Nihon Falcom games like Trails into Reverie, because Sony might have issued an ultimatum to Nihon Falcom. Either you censor the beat sheets in Trails into Reverie, or your game will not come out on the PS4. Which is actually pretty scummy if you think about it. Alright, so just waiting for this to pass through. Now, this probably will not be uploaded onto my YouTube channel, this race, because I actually interrupted the footage by looking at Neko Power or something. So, yeah. And when the PlayStation 5 came out, it was not that great. Let's again. Because, the launch didn't go as planned for Sony and for those who wanted to, okay, I think that was the end of the replay. No? It's not the end of the replay, honestly. Let's just continue. Because of the COVID-19 lockdowns, the PlayStation 5, all pre-orders for the PlayStation 5 were scalped. And there were no anti-scalper protections at the time in 2020 and throughout 2021. Now, what did the Steam Deck do right that the PS5 didn't do right? The Steam Deck had a reservation system when it first came out, and eventually it went into my hands too, even though there's now a Steam Deck OLED with 1 terabyte storage option. Oh yeah, that's me hitting the barrier over there. However, we should also note that the PlayStation 5 had severe issues during launch. So I saw a tweet from Twitter, which is now known as X, that playing Miles Morales on the PS5 while suspending it would freeze the console entirely. Using a USB hard drive from a PlayStation 4 would corrupt the internal storage, and the M.2 slot was not enabled during the launch. So, most of these issues were later ironed out in later updates, but unfortunately the gaming industry is prioritizing profit over stable, good games. And so is also obsessed with live services as well, so we're just going to exit out and move on to the next race. Just saw a vehicle pass by. It seemed to be a UPS truck, but Just waiting for Race 2 to load. Now, 2021 was probably the worst year in gaming because there was like the PS5 was out of stock the entire year. GPUs were being scalped. There were not many good games then. But unfortunately, Sony also made another like controversial decision to try to shut down the PS3, PSP, and PS Vita stores when news broke out that not being able to play your PlayStation 3 or 4 games while disconnected from the internet was surfaced. Now, this was all due to a CR2032 battery known as the CMOS, and it's should never determine the fate of your game collection. Now, I also have to call out limited run games for their ignorance of the situation, and because their physical PS4 games released by them could not be played on a PS4 without an internet connection. And Sony also shut down numerous second-party studios, many of which were based in Japan. But they also shut down Media Molecule, and that's very sad because we don't get to see Sackboy from Little Big Planet anymore. Oh, let's change the audio again because somehow it re-enabled. And I had to drive in a rain because it's so difficult. Wish me luck. Oh, we're doing it in reverse now? Can you tell me to brake earlier? Oh wait, is that Solus guy the one who did my exam? Or who taught me how to get a license or something? Okay, we're not gonna brake here, but there is a lot of... Oh, we hit the wall again. But it's kind of damn slippery when it's raining or something. More like, I'm not going too fast because I don't want to crash. But again, I can't go too slow because if I go too slow, I might lose something. So we're just gonna slow down here because it's slippery. And then we need to try to get a massive lead against the other Honda Civic. Automatic transmission, but yeah, this is the section where the car like the roadway like is angled, so you can go at high speeds on curves without having to like slow down. So we're going a little bit kind of. Right now our lap time is 1 minute and 55 seconds. Now we're going to brake. You should not push on the accelerator when you're braking. That's what I learned from another YouTuber's streams. Well, actually, it was a comment on another YouTuber's stream, but it was really good advice for this game. Honestly. We're actually losing some time between first and second. a look at the weather in this game. It's kind of bad, honestly. But again, people want to see race cars or something. And yes, I did see the Gran Turismo movie. It was good, but not great. Honestly. Because, like that film from 1989 called The Wizard, where it was basically Nintendo, like, marketing material. In Gran Turismo, it's also the same, because it's a marketing material for Sony. Not just the PlayStation 5, but also the Sony's countless electronics, like the Walkman cassette player, the Walkman digital player that showed up in the Tokyo scene or something. I got first place again. But the last thing we need to talk about regarding the PS5 is the price increase. Now, unfortunately, we are in a cost of living crisis, and Sony decided it was okay to up the price of the PlayStation 5. And they did it also with the PlayStation 5 Digital, which now has like a optional like disk drive attachment. However, it requires activation with an internet connection, which I don't approve of, honestly. So I got 10,000 credits again, and I got a perfect 24 out of 24 points. And you notice how like both on round 1 and round 2, all the drivers had the same positions. This doesn't happen in Mario Kart, honestly. It's a clean race bonus, and I got 20,000. And I was number 1 overall, so I get extra 15,000 credits. I got Suzuki, I got 3 gift cards. I got a 98 Civic, and, oh wait, no, I don't get 3 cars, I can only get 1. Which one should I pick? Pick the one in the center. I got, oh, it's an Integra, but, which is actually the best performing car of the 3. I would have preferred the Civic due to its better drifting skills, but, okay. And it's stored in my garage now. My virtual garage, of course. Then we have to talk about the PlayStation Portal. Well, before we talk about that, the DRM drive is not a good idea because I have concerns as if whether DVD, Blu-ray, or Ultra HD Blu-rays will be possible on the PS5 Slim, as well as if game discs from different regions, such as Japan or Europe, will work on the PS5 Slim's DRM-enabled disc drive. Now, because we all know that Sony broke their promise when it came to owning your games on disc. Wanna know why? Because you own nothing, and you will be happy. Now, about the PlayStation Portal that came out today, it's not good, honestly. Because you couldn't even play your PS4 or PS5 games on the go. It's like a Wii U gamepad you have to purchase separately. And even if it was, and it connects, and how it works is it works the same as the Remote Play app on your phone, or Chiaki on your Switch, or on your homebrew Switch, or Steam Deck, or Windows PC or something. It connects over the home network. But to make matters worse, the latency is pretty high at 90 milliseconds according to a YouTuber's test, and it cannot be used outside the home, which, given Japan's culture of having to play like games on long commutes from school and work and etc., it's like good luck trying to play that on the train or something. And even more so if you're in New York, because most of the subway trains that went inside New York do not have LTE or 5G. So, yeah. What I'm playing is a cross-generational installment of Gran Turismo called Gran Turismo 7, and which reduces the incentive to even buy a PS5 unless you want that UHD player, which of course you can also buy UHD player at Best Buy this Black Friday. So, and we also heard that oh, we're not done yet. We also heard that Nintendo is is planning to make the Switch last past a traditional console life cycle, because we know in Japan that living spaces are small, and the portable gaming culture has taken Japan by storm. So the PS5 is not that attractive unless, I don't know, you primarily play Sony games or something, which I don't. So what is the cause of all of this? Declining sales in Japan. Now, what does that mean? Account for only sales between quarter 4 2020 and quarter 3 of this year. We gotta look at the sales chart. Hold on. It's probably not good because I actually put it over race. Nintendo Switch has sold around 64 million units in the past 3 years because of COVID lockdowns and stuff, while about 13 to 15 million of those sales were in Japan. For the PlayStation 5, they sold about 46 million, but it did not cross 5 million in Japan. So let that sink in. Now let's just see what the massive awards were for winning this. Good thing I bought a Civic for this stream. And unfortunately, I did lose trust in Sony, so let's go back to the cafe, tell them that I grabbed first place in 2 races, and then we're going to play the next game, which is the train simulator game. Congratulations on your victory on at the high speed ring track day. Brand Central is now open for business. 21st century production cars and race machines for purchase. Make sure to stop by. Tsukuba has opened. Oh right, if you don't know where Tsukuba is, it's actually um closer to Narita Airport than Haneda Airport, but it's not in Tokyo. And I heard that there's a train station near Tsukuba Circuit that is only used one day throughout the year for this event, for racing events. Even Suzuka Circuit and Brand Central and Japanese FF sports cars. So we have. So after this, we're going to go back and there's a GT World Series Finals in Barcelona, Spain. So that's enough of this game. We're going to play the next game on our list, which is the train simulator game. I'll cover this again on December 2nd at 10 a.m. But this game is actually known for its challenging mechanics and arcade style gameplay. So, right, we're waiting for this to load. Just going to do an easy, easy arcade mission. Now, they're talking about games and stuff. Taito, Square Enix. Now, if you look at Nintendo's total sales of the Switch, Nintendo has sold about 130 million of them, which actually surpasses the Game Boy and is the 3rd best-selling console in history. Let's use this button. And let's check my volume compared to the game. Now we have we're gonna do arcade mode. This game released during the pandemic and at a time when we couldn't go to Japan either, so we choose the Yamanote line. We're going to 2 sections. We're going to leave from Harajuku. Now the Narita Express did get a redesign quite recently after Japan reopened their borders or something. But okay, we're going to pull the stick back, and when it's time to depart, we're going to let go of it. Speed's 8 kilometers per hour, and it's using the DIN font.
閉じ目点出発進行原宿停発
Now this game does have PS5 enhancements, but
よし
I have to go at 75 kilometers per hour, which is around 45 miles per hour.
制限75よし
Slow down. Oh right, and Shibuya Station did get a major like renovation where the Yamanote line now go when you go from like oh crap, I went too fast because I was focusing on something. But now it's Shibuya Station. If you go from the Yamanote line, the doors will open on like clockwise or something. The doors will open on the right, going clockwise rather than on the left, like it's shown in this game, because they're doing a ton of renovation at Shibuya Station, and it's like very. Okay, we only have 5 seconds. And I verified this by going to Japan this year. Oh, Falcom would be better on Nintendo. Yes, I agree. Oh yeah, how are you doing, David? I haven't seen you on the streams for a while, but I didn't get that high of a grade. I got C for stopping distance or something. Okay, we're gonna wait for the people to board, and yeah, things have been pretty rough lately.
閉じ目点出発進行渋谷停発
There's a lot of things you have to focus on while playing this game, which is a little stressful, I have to admit. Oh crap. I didn't watch the speed limit. Oh, I didn't watch it again. I can speed up.
信号80よし 制限70よし
速度をオーバーして
制限
います。
55よし
Not slow down. Wow. 20 seconds stopping. A little too fast. Don't you think?
ブレーキが強すぎます。
Yeah, I'm braking too hard.
ここには停車できません。
Yes, we were
停車位置から5メートル以内に停車しましょう。
But the only two consoles that sold better than the Switch are the DS and the PS2. And speaking about the PS2, unfortunately I did not, my
すごい。到着時刻バッチリ。いい感じです。
got an S rank for the, what's my rank overall? I think B, I guess. A C. I barely made it.
模範になれるようこれからも頑張ってください。
So, that's enough of this game. The last game we're going to be playing on this stream is Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 while I
路線を
explain...
選んでくだ
Hold on, we're not done yet. Okay, now we can play Puyo Puyo Tetris 2. And with the PlayStation Portal, you can't even play your PS3 games or the PS3 games that they offer on their premium on Sony's premium subscription because of the fact that Sony does not want you to own a PS3 in 2023. Instead, they expect you to be happy with whatever they give you. And gamers want handheld devices now, like the Switch, the Steam Deck, the ROG Ally, the Lenovo Legion Go, and also Android-based handhelds like the Logitech G Cloud and others, because they can do everything that the PlayStation Portal does. And also, let me check the music options really quickly because I'll be playing a marathon right now. This game might not have surround sound, so why do you need surround sound for a Tetris game? Alright, let's set endless to off, and we're going to customize it to have no BGM. And we're going to start playing this. Now, we also gotta talk about portable PlayStation 4s, because there have been a ton of them that showed up on YouTube in the past few years. We did not get the perfect clear, so people made PS4 laptops with a keyboard, and some people even made like a PS4 briefcase. There's one that made like 3 different PS4 like portables, and it ended up being one of them ended up being lighter than the actual PS4 Slim. Yeah, I'm really scared of the digital-only future because retailers like Best Buy, Walmart, and Target are doing away with physical games, Blu-rays, DVDs. Yeah, everything's so bleak, honestly. An all-digital future. It's really scary, honestly. And you also have the fact that ATSC 3.0 has a ton of encrypted channels and stuff. Just scary. Like, I haven't even seen, like, many physical games at Target lately. However, there are some considerations you need to make if you make something like a portable PS4. First of all, the limit of batteries that you can bring on an airplane is 100 watt hours, no exceptions.
Fireball!
So, on a certain YouTuber's third PS4 portable, he actually made use of a power bank that can output at 100 watts, as also 100 watt hour. I think I'm doing too well right now because I'm about to top out. Does really never move here.
Fireball!
Try to fight to stay alive in this game.
Fireball!
Okay, we're doing a little bit better now, but
Ice storm!
gotta focus on bringing
Fireball!
the Matrix down a little bit. Matrix is the playfield in Tetris, by the way.
Fireball!
Now, I'm not talking about the movie The Matrix.
Fireball! Fireball! There!
Should resolve everything after this.
Tetris time! There! There! Fireball! 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 Tetris time! Tetris time! Tetris time! There!
So I'm all focused right now on trying to get 150 lines. Since this is the first time playing Endless, and like 150 line on PlayStation 4, so my high score is currently a 0 right now.
Fireball!
And this game does not have cross-generational saving
Fireball!
either.
Fireball! There! Fireball! There!
Like 110 out of 150. No, that was pretty bad, honestly.
Fireball!
I was wishing to do a T-spin here, but I couldn't, so...
Fireball! There! Fireball! There! Ice storm! There!
Okay, that's it. We finished the last game, and we got 1,000, a new trophy for the PS4 version of Puyo Puyo Tetris 2. So I guess that's it for today's stream. My next stream will be, let's see, next Wednesday, when I cover Super Mario 3D World for the Wii U. Not the Switch version. So, all I have to say is, thank you for watching. If you liked it, press the like button. If you don't like it, press the dislike button. And if you like my channel and want to see future streams, then please subscribe. So, this is Lucas Notch signing out. Have a nice day.